going on to you Libras out here? Hopefully y'all are having a good day. So for you Libras, you have the Seven of Michael, the Three of Gabriel, and then you have the High Priestess for you Libras. So there's a sense of you Libras basically wanting to just be single for a little while right now. A lot of people are dumb. A lot of people are stupid, wasting your time, not being serious about what they want. And the reason why they're not serious about what they want, truth be told, is because of the fact that the reason why they're not serious is because they're lacking spiritual value. I'm just going to say what it is. They're lacking spiritual value. That's the reason why it is that they're playing games. They really want to be in a relationship with you, Libras. But the problem that they're having is that they're in a situation where they can't just be in a relationship with you. They need a certain degree of control, which is a dysfunction. Because they're looking for guarantees, right? And there are no guarantees. They're gonna have to trust you. And so that's the thing that they can't get over. They can't get over that. They can't get over you. They can't get over you. They can't get over you Libras actually trying to find out what's up with them. That's why it seems like the connection between you and other people just seems to be nosediving. Because what's happening here is that it's not that it's nosediving. Well, it is, but it's not that it's nosediving like that. What it's doing is a lot of people are scared. A lot of people are scared. They are afraid when it comes to getting into a relationship. They're not accustomed to that, nor are they trying to be. They've dedicated their life and their lifestyle towards being in the game. So you got to understand, like, a lot of people are afraid of relationships. Most people are afraid of relationships. It takes a very brave individual to be single when it's necessary and be in a relationship when it's necessary also, right? And so the Three of Gabriel and the High Priestess right here, there's a sense of, you feel like, a lot of you Libras may feel like you don't even want to be in a relationship also because a lot of people are very spiteful. And you're right, a lot of people are spiteful. They're looking to get, it's all about what it is that they can take, and they don't contribute. They don't want to even contribute anything, which makes no sense. And I definitely understand where it is that you Libras are coming from. It looks stupid because it is stupid. The fact that you just have people that show up, want something, but they don't ever even take into consideration to ever actually contribute anything, I get it. And so a lot of you Libras feel like if you don't take a break, you're going to end up becoming like them to a certain extent. And so now you have the Two of Raphael and the Justice, which represents you're trying to do the right thing here, while maintain your perception on relationships. A lot of you are just going through a dark time right now as far as relationships. Now, granted, when it comes to your health and your business and everything like that, it's booming. That's not the situation. The situation, the weakest part of your life right now is in the love aspect, okay? And truth be told, love is usually a difficult part for Libra anyway. But truth be told, it's difficult for all the zodiac signs in their own way, but in particular you Libras, because a lot of people don't really want relationships the way that they try to make it seem like they do. They say that they do because it's the truth, but part of the reason why they also say that they want relationships too is so that they can also have an easy time, right? For them to get their foot in the door, for them to get someone to trust them, so that they can basically take whatever they want to take or do whatever they want to do, while the other person lets their guard down. And so the Two of Raphael and the Justice represents you still have a good perspective on love. This is part of the reason why a lot of you Libras are just kind of taking a little bit of a break. It's not going to be long, but you Libras are going to be taking a little bit of a break when it comes to relationships, because your perspective on it. You Libras are self-aware enough to understand that, the way that a lot of people move, they will get you to a point of of seeing love differently, see and more so accurately and even more profoundly seeing yourself differently. Like maybe you're not for love, maybe love is not in the cards, ironically, for you, right? Maybe it's all of this, maybe it's all this other stuff. And the truth be told, that may not necessarily actually be the case. It's just that, you'll just have people who want to be on some goofy stuff, is what it is. And, you also have to take into consideration, my dear Libras, that relationships are not guaranteed. They're not guaranteed to anybody. I'm not currently in a relationship. And do I still have, like, troubles or difficulties? Yeah, I still have difficulties. Still to this day, 33 going on 34, still have difficulties because a lot of people can't see the bigger picture. And I've talked about this before. This is how generations come into existence, and then they just, then the next generation, the ones that do procreate, has to pick up the pieces, because the truth of the matter is that statistically it's really 1-to-1. It's really 1-to-1. One meaning what? Meaning that one person statistically should be able to get somebody. But with this situation that we have out here, where you have so many people who are giving up their souls for money, letting go for their soul, if they have one, willing to give it up, willing to sell it, willing to sell their soul for money and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? For finances and clout and fame and all this goofy stuff that we have out here. You have the people at the top who are benefiting, who partially had their hand in making this thing how it is financially is concerned, at the top financially, who made this, the dating pool, the way that it is. They're getting all the benefit from it because they get their pick. All they need to do is just point and be like, oh, let's hang out, and they'll get what it is that they want. And so you have people who are caught up in messed up situations, because now it's a situation where in a real world, yes, love does conquer all, but you're in a fictitious, dysfunctional, delusional time. Remember, the first aspects of the age of Aquarius is always sensationalism and dysfunction, because it has to be purged. It has to actually happen so that we can see the dysfunction happening, so that we can legitimately address it as the time go on. So the age of Aquarius, with the age of Aquarius, right, it's the dumping out of the waters of Pisces onto our heads. So it's all of the dysfunction that was swept underneath the rug for such a long amount of time actually being brought up. And a lot of you Libras are like, well, what does that have to do with you? It has everything to do with you. It's the principle. It's the fact that the reason why you're having so many difficulties is not because you Libras are not a good pick. It's just that people have commoditized love. They've commoditized relationships. They've made it a commodity. That's what they've done. If you want love, because it's not real, but if you want love, you got to pay for it. You got to show up. You got to buy them a car. You got to buy them a house. Some of these individuals talking about you got to buy them a house, and like you this is the first date, and it's like, Can we wait for us to be in love? Can we get to know each other before we're in a full-blown relationship and we trust each other? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, can we wait? Like, what is going on, right? And so the justice right here represents you Libras are right for feeling how it is that you feeling, right? And so that's why you taking a break, because you don't want to end up being upset and like feeling like you got to play people in order to get your way. Because you're not really going to get your way. You want love. You want a real strong connection. You can't get that playing people. By definition, you're not going to get that. Not even on a logical perspective, you're going to get that, right? By doing that. So you realize that you have to get with somebody who is a match for you, because it takes two, right? And which is correct. So the thing is that the Nine of Gabriel, the Queen of Michael, and the Page of Raphael right here for you represents how y'all are in a position, right? Y'all are in a position where you Libras, so you're letting go, you're taking time off, you're giving yourself a little break from that, from dating. You're gonna be surprised at how many people actually like give you choosing signals and you don't care, because I've talked about this before, but now it's the time for me to actually go in on a little bit of it. This is why it is that I say that everybody got to get good at being approached and approaching, because of the fact that when times like this happen, where it is that you feel like you don't care to approach anymore, like what happens if you don't want to approach and you normally approach? You realize how lopsided, how one-sided things actually are. The ideology that like maybe you don't want to approach, but then another person feels entitled to where they all they need to do is just give you a look and you're supposed to be pressed. Oh, well, I gotta go over there and talk to them. It's like, no, if they want to talk to you so much, why can't they come to you sometimes, right? You Libras have given so much. You've talked to how many people, right? Because Libra is a zodiac sign that will go out and look for what they want and go walk up to a person. You've done that. You, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius, Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? So you've done so much of that. So what exactly is going on here, right? And so now that you're kind of just breezing out, you're realizing how lopsided things are. And that you realize, this is what I was saying, you don't want to be with a person who feels like that anyway. Why did I say that? Because I was saying this since 2023, because you get a chance to really see who the person is. This, you know what type of relationship dynamic this would be. This ain't gonna be a healthy one. This is you needing to do everything. Because this person clearly sees that you're not gonna go talk to, like, because how things are, how they work in reality is maybe the two of you will look at each other, or you will check them out. They will check you out, right? And maybe you may take notice. Maybe you'll be the one checking them out and they'll take notice, right? Sometimes you may not notice, sometimes they may not notice, right? But one of y'all gotta start. It's you. The way that it plays itself out is that normally one of y'all have to start the conversation. So if this person sees you and they see that you're not starting the conversation, if nothing is happening, one of y'all gotta actually take the initiative and get something happening. So if they don't see that you're not doing anything, they're supposed to come over there and talk to you, because that's what I do. That's why I end up doing so much of the approaching. At least I used to. Over the years, I've learned to mellow out. I really do half and half now, because I don't really care. Because like for me, if I'm looking at you, right, you choosing up on me. If I'm looking at you and I catch you staring at me, come talk to me, right? Sometimes, because truth be told, and I get it, sometimes I don't want to always go up to a person and talk to them. You know how many people I've done that with? You know how many people I still say what's up to first? Still? Like, if you don't see me talking to you, start up a conversation with me. Say what's up, right? And then it's easier to say what's up on either side. It's easier to do that online. It's easier to do that online. And so what's happening here is that the 4 of Michael and the 6 of Michael now represents how a lot of you Libras are from a perspective of So yeah, so you're done. You're done with trying to get to know people right now. You'll bounce back. You always do. But it's just a matter of you just want to, you're not looking. You just want to take a nice breeze out, cool off from approaching and getting to know people, and they don't know what they have. They don't know the value that they have in front of them. They don't know the opportunity that they have to be with you in front of them. They playing shy. They want to play games. I don't know. They doing all that nonsense, and then they end up missing out on you, which is probably one of the best opportunities that they've ever had in their life. You don't want to go through that because they get dramatic with it, and then they make you feel like trash. And trash is something that you Libras definitely are not. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. I'm at 25,188 subscribers. Let's get to that 25,200. I can't believe I'm saying that. That's really an amazing job. Y'all did an awesome job. And I've talked about this before. If there was no you, there would be no me. I don't know what to tell you. If there was no you, there would be no me. There really wouldn't. If y'all didn't watch the videos, it doesn't matter how many videos I made, it wouldn't matter because y'all don't watch them. So thank y'all so much for watching the videos. Thank y'all so much for, putting me in this opportunity in this space. And I just want to say appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you want to come through and get a personal reading from me, birth chart readings, the books that I have that are on my Amazon, or Kareemspiritworks clothing, check it out. You won't be disappointed. The link to all of that is in the comment section below, called the Linktree link. Appreciate it.